season, we finally determine a champion tonight. As EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings you the biggest game of them all, the Super Bowl. Tonight, it's a battle for one team to join the greatest to ever play the game. Between our AFC champions and the representatives from the NFC. With millions watching worldwide, the ball is away and the Super Bowl has begun. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10.
Ready? 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Panther 60, Panther 60, 60 Maverick, 60, 19 tight, 19 Lions, Panther 11, Panther 11.
Daniel's going to throw to get us started. It's McLaurin downfield. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 60 Vikings, 60 Vikings.
This is Jacory Krosky-Merritt in it for the first time. And this drives him back at a field goal range, Brock, as he's stopped for loss of yardage. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
All right, here we go. 2nd down.
Ready? Panther 60, Panther 60. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Dragon 60.
From the gun, it's Daniels. It's Cox. This is Jacory Krosky-Merritt. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
A gain of 2 makes it 3rd down and 10.
70 Lions. Warriors, step, trap 60, Mustang 19. Rig alert, rig alert.
Daniels throwing on 3rd. Good strike downfield to Lane. He does it, touchdown. The Condors take a 6-0 lead right away. Jason Sanders to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Condors will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Dragons nothing. Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Sanders all set to send it away. No return as this bounces into the end zone. The ball's coming out to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. Lawrence starting with a throw. Finds him on the crossing route. And a nice chunk there, about 7. He's up to the 27. He goes to the hurry up here.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 27-yard line.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. He lofts it deep right side. That one's cut at the 10.
and goal at the 9-yard line.
Hey, Jupiter. Here we go.
First and goal. Here's Tootin. And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown. The Dragons finish off their opening drive. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do. But to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
That one splits the uprights. And the Dragons start off well to tie things 7-7. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. All set to go now from the 35.
19 tight. Let's go. Ready.
Daniels now on first down. Finds him over the middle. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. Working quickly here.
13 yards on the play. That's good for a Paris. First down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
7 Pirates. Hey, Trash. Dragon 60. Go.
Throwing on first down. Daniels. Has him on the quick hitter. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Moving quickly, trying to get set. Out of the gun, Daniels. Escapes the pocket. Now here he goes. And he's down inside the 40 before he's escorted out. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's good for a new set of downs.
First down.
New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38.
38-yard line.
Panthers, 60 Eagles. 70 Timberwolves. Buffalo 18.
Prior to first down, they decide to call a timeout. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38.
79, Cup 19. Let's go.
On first down, here's Daniels. That's McLaurin with a catch out left. This is going to take him into the red zone. He's down at the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 22. And they're going to have a first down now. No doubt they take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
Catch made. And in he goes for the touchdown. The Condors break the tie here in the first. Extra point attempt coming from Sanders. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Condors take the lead here, 14-7 in the first. Sanders all set to send it away. And this one bounces into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback out to the 20.
Down and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10. Out of the gun, Lawrence. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
Second down.
Lawrence working from the gun. Connects on the crosser. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play. Offense to the line fast. Throwing is Lawrence on third down. Lobs this up left sideline, looking for something big. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing fourth down. Well, they connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
Let's go. Turn. This one's hot. All right, here we go. 13, move. Hey, chill.
On 4th down, here's Lawrence. He can't get away. They get the sack and force a turnover on downs.
Do you think maybe, just maybe, there's a chance of having too much confidence offensively? That's not a spot you want to see a team going for it on 4th down. And now puts their defense right on the hook to try and pick them up after that miscue on 4th.
1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. So first time we've seen one of his passes hit the ground this game, Brock. He had been perfect before that one.
Well, we hear it and we know it, right? The team that makes fewer mistakes in this league typically wins the game. Yeah, that was what would you call a first mistake throwing the ball. They still got the lead thanks to earlier efforts.
On 2nd and 10 now, Daniels. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Still 10 yards to get this 1st down as they come to the line. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Skips it short of his man. That brings up 4th down.
We see this all the time. The number one thing you see NFL defenses do to try to force that 4th down, it's down coverage. Put your cover guys on the field. Let the boys up front cut it loose with pressure. Let the cover guys go shut it down. In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset. They couldn't finish the drive with the touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
This one's going to bounce into the end zone and will end as a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Now it's Lawrence. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. That one was intended for Travis Hunter. So that brings up 2nd down. Now Lawrence. Hits him downfield. This is Thomas. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. Three more quarters to go. We're back for the second frame here of Super Bowl 61. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. Went in there full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Finds Hunter downfield. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Offense up to the line fast.
It's a gain of 17 yards. 1st down, Dragons.
Throwing on 1st down, Lawrence. Short pass brought in. And he's hauled out of bounds as he takes this down to the 30. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Caught, nice gain left side. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here.
A gain of 16 yards. And an Austin
back to the air, Lawrence. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown. The Dragons reduce the lead to just 4. On is Little for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Dragons cut it to a field goal game.
17. Dragons 14. Cam Little to kick off.
Ball is set up, and it's away. Just a three-point game now. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock, so they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35.
On the ready.
All set to go now from the 35.
Come on.
Daniels on first down. Oh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45.
Get it. Past the 60. Past the 60. 70 Lions. Past the 11. Past the 11. Riggs. Dragon 60.
Daniels now. Taking a shot deep here. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection.
Well, it's hard for me to get too mad at him for missing a touchdown when he's already got two in his pocket. Maybe fantasy managers might not agree with me on this one, Kate. But don't worry, as hot as he is, I bet you a third one's coming at some point.
19, Tiger, 19. Rig alert. Report. Check. Street.
To the air again. Daniels escapes the pocket. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. A good business decision there as he comes up at the end of it. Give him around 7 and give this offense now third down.
Brings up third and 3.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. Escapes the pocket. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means fourth down coming up.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
Ready up.
Quite the brave call they're making in this situation, Brock. They're going for it on fourth.
Let's go now. 60 Eagles. Past the 60. Past the 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Set. Hurt. Let's go.
They're going to try to throw for it. He's going deep. And that's incomplete in the end zone. Could have been 6 points, but as that one falls, Brock, instead just a turnover on downs.
Yeah, I don't care that they didn't get it. Still the right call in that situation. It's a little too long for a field goal, and a punt really nets you very few yards. The decision-making was sound. It was the execution that let them down.
Tootin gets it from the gun. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Second down again to Tootin. And this will only complicate matters for third down, partner. They're sent backwards. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
To the air on third and long. Throwing the out route complete. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. Working quickly here.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Dragons.
So after plenty of scoring already, we have reached the 2-minute warning. More from Inglewood and Super Bowl 61 coming up. First and 10 from the 43.
Let's go. 11.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. It's dropped underneath. Tootin. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
5 still to go here. This is second down.
Hey, Lion. Focus, all right? 11, back it. Hey, 11. Go. Silver.
Lawrence looking to throw. That one's cut along the left sideline. The stop is made, but not until he reaches that 17-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Lawrence. Looking for somewhere to throw. And this is going to be hauled in for the touchdown. The Dragons get some late points and the lead. On is Little for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Dragons take a 4-point lead.
21. Condors 17.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
All set to go now from the 35.
Here we go, set.
Daniels now on 1st down. Pass complete to Lane. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
70 Ranger.
Going on 1st down, Daniels. And he put everything he's got behind it. He's got it inside the 10. He has the touchdown. The Condors get some late points and the lead.
Jason Sanders.
That's some good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid and let him run.
That one right down the middle. And the Condors push their lead to 3. Sanders all set to send it away. And no return here. This is a touchback, and the ball's going to come out to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10.
Hey, easy, Ralph, on this side. Go, 11, take right open.
Out of the gun, Lawrence. He's not going to be able to escape, and down he goes. He goes to the hurry up here.
It's 2nd down.
Take right open. 11.
Lawrence working from the gun. Into the hands of his running back, Tootin. And they bring him down here at about the 13-yard line. Timeout taken by the defense. They're second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
13 Luke. Let's go. 13 Luke.
Lawrence facing 3rd and long. Connects on the crosser. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first. The defense takes its 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty and off the field they go.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
70. 65, 65, Panther 11, Panther 11, Cup 19, Cup 19. Ready, ready?
On first down, here's Daniels. Completed over the middle. And he's taken down as they very quickly get into first and goal. Offense in the hurry up here.
Panther 50, Panther 50. Top row 18.
First down. First and goal at
In the red zone now. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. Working quickly here.
A gain of 8.
Mustang
Brings up
19.
second and
19 Lions.
Throwing here just before halftime. Chased out to his right. And the defender comes away with it. And the Dragons intercept the final throw for the end zone. And that is how our first half's going to end. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Well, we all enjoyed that halftime show, right, Brock? These guys were strategizing how to win that Lombardi. We're back underway in the Super Bowl. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Starting out trips right here. First and 10.
Hey, run! Turn! They say hot! Sink right! Go, go! Sink right! 11, Agate! 13.
Lawrence throwing here. Finds him on the crossing route. Hit almost as he caught it. Does well to hold on to it. Gets him to the 37.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Dragons.
30. Bam, gun. 11. Go, go! Sink right open. 11.
First down throw. Lawrence. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's touched down about 5 yards shy of that first down marker. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
Brings up second and 5 at the 42-yard line.
Hey, kill! Hey, go, let's go! 11. Go.
The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. As that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way. Halfway to the marker. It's second and 5.
Hey, go! Tomato. Sink right. 11, Agate. 13, Luke. 30 left.
Lawrence to throw it. That one's complete right side. And they get this down to the 44 before he stops. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
And an Austin first down.
Bam, gun. Go. 13, Luke. Sink right open. 11. Silver.
First and 10. It's Lawrence. Hits him downfield. This is Thomas. And they take him down just as he gets inside that red zone. Offense to the line fast.
It's a gain of 25 yards.
Hey, Phil. Go.
First
11.
down, Austin.
Go.
Back to the air. Lawrence. Finds a man right side. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. Offense up to the line fast.
Brings up second and 5 at the 14-yard line.
11, Agate. 11. 13, 30 left. Bam, gun. Go. Sink right open. There we go.
Throwing again. Here's Lawrence. Brought in right side. And he's tackled for a short gain. Offense in the hurry up here.
A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up third down.
Sink right open.
On third down, here's Sutton. And ooh, this one does not have a chance. They were ready for that one, and the effort brings up fourth down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
It's now fourth down.
Back to throw it. Pass caught. It's Hunter. And they come through to stay on the field. That is enough to set this offense up with a first and goal.
At the 6-yard line.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. Has it in close. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's second and goal.
Check smash. Check smash. Focus, high.
Tootin. He'll not get past the line. He's held up at the 4.
Well, that's just about textbook defense and how to shut down an RPO. The coverage was tight, the numbers were up, and then the bodies were there to stuff that run before it could get going.
This is a pivotal moment on the game's biggest stage, Brock. It's third and goal. Lawrence looking to throw. And it's incomplete on third and goal. Talk about coming up clutch with that contact on third and goal, partner. And now a decision for this offense to make on fourth down.
We know how hard it can be defensively in these goal-to-go situations. We know that you have got to be on point, every attention to detail. That's a job well done by that defense.
Hey, kill. Hey, I'm gun. Here we go.
Looking to throw. And a completion not in the cards on that fourth and goal. They passed on 3 points, and they'll wind up with none.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Panther 11, come back. Warriors 70 Timberwolves. Dragon 60. Hurt. Steady, ready.
Working near his goal line. To the left and hauled in by Likely. And he's sent out after getting them away from their own goal line. They gain 11 on that play, and that gives them a first down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another first and 10.
Here we go.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. Hits his running back. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Working quickly here.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4 at the 21-yard line.
Out of the gun, Daniels. He puts some juice on it. He's got it deep downfield. He makes it in for the touchdown. The Condors push their lead further to start the half.
There's a good chance he wasn't even looking when that ball was released, but the crowd, well, the crowd let him know exactly what was going on. You could feel the swell of excitement whenever they take a deep shot. It's only going to get louder now as they were able to connect.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Sanders all set to send it away. And that one hit the landing zone first and then into the end zone. So it's going to be a touchback out to the 20. All right, going empty as they come to the line. It's first and 10. Out of the gun, Lawrence. Forced out to his right. And he gives himself up after a short gain. And goes to the hurry up here.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 24-yard line.
Lawrence working from the gun. Complete out to the right side. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Offense in the hurry up here. Going on first down, Lawrence. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Travis Hunter, the intended receiver. So it's 2nd down coming up.
Hey, I'm going. 11. Red, 23.
Now it's Lawrence. Escapes the pocket. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. Working quickly here.
18 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Here we go.
Lawrence facing 3rd and long. Deep shot doesn't quite work out. That's an incomplete pass.
That is just a nice stretch of some reps there defensively. Really one of the areas when you watch college game to the NFL game that there is a vast difference. And that's the tightness of coverage. These windows of opportunity are small, and they could not find a completion.
11 Agate. 13 Luke.
Going on 4th. Here's Lawrence. And they get to him. The 4th down gamble backfires with a sack. And it's a turnover on downs inside the red zone.
Well, this play never had a chance between the pressure at home and the coverage downfield. QB still got to find a way to throw it up and give somebody an opportunity to make a play.
Chance here for one final play before the end of our quarter.
Ready? Cowboy 80. Cowboy 80. Ready, right?
Daniels setting up the play action. Into the hands of his running back, Krosky Merritt. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. That'll do it for 3 quarters here in Super Bowl 61. Just one final act to go in our season. They're in front with the football, just a quarter away from a Super Bowl title.
Ready? Cougar 19. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Let go.
2nd down give to Krosky Merritt. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Let's go. 70 Timberwolves.
It's Krosky Merritt on 3rd. And this is not going to do the job. They don't even let him get back to the line. It's 4th down. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it. Those 3 points could go a long way to securing this W. Makes it a lot more comfortable knowing the other side's got to score a couple touchdowns now. A touchdown and field goal's not going to get it done anymore.
Sanders all set to send it away. And that one's going to skip across the goal line and into the end zone. So the football will come back out to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Lawrence throwing here. Into the hands of his running back, Tootin. And he's going to be brought down up at the 31. Moving quickly, trying to get set. 1st down throw, Lawrence. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's going to be hauled down on a gain across midfield, down inside the 45-yard line. 1st and 10 from the 43. Here's the backup, 1st throw. He's going to push one deep down the right. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got second down.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
Throwing from the gun here. Throwing the out route complete. And he's going to get this down inside the 30 before he's driven out. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
Let's go. That pass. 68. Hogan 19.
Still sticking with the passing game. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So it'll be second down. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
That one's caught along the left sideline. And he's out of bounds on a gain that takes him into the red zone, Brock, inside the 15. Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10.
Go, let's go.
Sticking in the air with Lawrence. And that's incomplete, but I do see some laundry on the field. Let's see what this flag is all about. Just a momentary loss of focus, a break in discipline, and not a good moment individually as he gets hit with that personal foul. So now, following the penalty, it's 1st and goal. Throwing it again here. Catch made. Touchdown. The Dragons now within 1 score in the 4th. On is Little for the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Dragons get it back to within 6. So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
All set to go now from the 35.
60 Bison.
Daniels on 1st down. He rolls to his right. Now he takes it. And Daniels with a smart business decision, sliding down after getting that first.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
19 tight, 18 lateral, 18 left.
Throwing on 1st down, Daniels. Balled in by Lane. And they're going to get to him after a gain of close to 5 as they send him out.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Here we go. 60 Eagles. Check. Nothing up, 18, Pioneer. 7 Pirates, 60 Maverick.
From the gun, it's Daniels. Escapes out to the left. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Control 80. Check smash. Trap 60. 70 range, 19 Lions. go. Buffalo 18. Say, hey, rig alert, rig alert.
On first down, here's Daniels. Taking a chance to the end zone. And the connection made in the end zone. Touchdown. The Condors make it a two-possession game here in the fourth. Exactly the play they were looking for, Brock. They saw it, and he put it right on the money.
Yeah, it really was a perfect play. This is what it looked like in practice, but more importantly now to get it done in game time, that's what you're looking for. Amazing when it all comes together.
28. Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Sanders all set to send it away. No return as this bounces into the end zone. The ball's coming out to the 20.
Their own 20-yard line.
Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. Lawrence with it on first. Has him on the quick hitter. And they shove him out. Looks like he got about 6 before they did so. It's second down.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now.
Hey, kill. 11. Take right.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. And he crosses the sideline a yard or 2 beyond, it looks like the 30.
First down, Austin.
1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Even the best of them could be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
After the incompletion, still at that 31-yard line, 2nd and 10. Back to the air, Lawrence. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Ryan Thomas Jr., his intended target. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Hey, I get it. If any of their pass catchers have what it takes to beat double coverage, it's him. The kids would say, he's him. That defense knew it's why they doubled him and knocked it away.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. To the air on 3rd and long. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Finds Hunter downfield. And he's going to be hauled out on a gain across midfield, down inside the 45-yard line. Throwing on 1st down, Lawrence. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And they've got a little extra distance now to make up here on 2nd down. Timeout taken by the defense. They're 2nd. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal. Things already looking a good bit tougher here. It is 2nd and 17 after the sack. Lawrence working from the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Hey, eventually, Kate, as a quarterback, you better be careful throwing check down after check down after check down. Eventually, that defense will catch on to it, and they'll make him pay and punish him there physically.
Short pass brought in. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. Running clock adding a sense of urgency to these proceedings. Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. He finds him beyond the marker. And they are set up excellently. This is down to the 18. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
First down, Dragons.
On 1st and 10, here's Lawrence. And this is cut for a score, and we are not done here yet. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Brock. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. All set to go now from the 35. They're going to pass it here. It's his running back. And this one does not go far. The defense calls a timeout. So that's their first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down.
At the 38-yard line.
Come 19. Ready? 18 Cardinal. Check. Hurt. Rig alert. Go.
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Completed to his running back. He will have the first down there, and they can start to celebrate now. That's going to lock up this victory for him.
A play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
At the 47-yard line.
Dive play straight ahead. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackle for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point.
70 Timberwolves. Ready?
Krosky Merritt straight ahead. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on second down. All right, got a timeout here. Just 8 seconds remaining in our ball game.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Running once again with Krosky Merritt. Up to the races, middle of the field. And he'll add to their lead on the final play of the game as he's in for the touchdown. The Condors go up by 12. And we've got ourselves a champion. That does it. They just won the Super Bowl. And for all the talk we heard from every team at the start of the season, Brock, they're the ones, these guys right here, who fought all the way to this point and are now champions forever.
What a storybook season. You know, at times it even seemed like it's ripped right from a movie. The way the pieces fell into place along the way, all of it led to these final 4 quarters of football in this moment that they will never forget. And no matter one of them out there could have imagined a better final scene to the movie that has been their season. Super Bowl champions.
The commissioner of the NFL, Roger Goodell, making an appearance now to present the Lombardi Trophy to this incredible group, the champions of Super Bowl 61. And they've reached the pinnacle of the football world, ending the season as Super Bowl champions. That brings our season to a close as well. Such an incredible year. So until next season, for my broadcast partner Brock Hewitt, our incredible crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on EA Sports. Good night, everybody.